on, viewers, and we are witnessing an all-out war between the executive and the judiciary, it seems. We are raising this question because the Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankhar, has sent out a rather strong message to the Indian judiciary. The Vice President has claimed that the judges these days are acting as super parliament, whereas the reality is that the law does not apply to them. He goes on to say that Article 142 of the Constitution has become a nuclear missile of sorts, as it is available to the judiciary 24/7. He also said that the courts cannot issue directions to the President of India. Remember, this specific comment from the Vice President comes just days after the Supreme Court heard a petition against the Tamil Nadu governor's decision to reserve 10 bills. Not only did the Supreme Court declare the governor's actions illegal, it actually prescribed that the president of the country should decide within 3 months on such bills. And in case of any delay, the reasons will have to be recorded and conveyed to the state. And just days after this order, the Vice President says the Supreme Court is not really in a position to direct the president. Not just that, the Vice President further slammed the Supreme Court by saying it chose to lean on the Constitution to use its powers to direct the Union's president. But the same Supreme Court adopted a path and procedure not laid down in the Constitution when it came to the alleged case of recovery of cash from a sitting High Court judge's official bungalow. The last time the nation witnessed judiciary versus legislature clash, remember, was over the NJAC bill in 2014, when the Parliament passed it, only for it to be struck down by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. Is this now possibly the most heated flare-up between the executive and the judiciary since then?
We cannot have a situation where you direct President of India. And on what basis? The only right you have under the Constitution is to interpret the Constitution under Article 145(3). Article 142 has become a nuclear missile against democratic forces. Available to judiciary 24/7 in New Delhi, at the residence of a judge for 7 days. No one knew about it. We have to ask questions to ourselves. Is the delay explainable? Condonable? Does it not raise certain fundamental questions?
Opposition, however, has hit back and said that it's the Supreme Court's job to rein in anyone who crosses the limit.
Judiciary cannot teach any lesson to the Parliament or to the President. But more than that, if anybody, whether it is Parliament or President of India, they cross their limits, then Supreme Court can issue a direction to them. That is the reason if we have passed any law in the Parliament or in assemblies and we feel that it is against the fundamental right of Constitution, it is against the basic rights of Constitution, then we knock the door of Supreme Court.